control! Ground control! This is Major Tom! This is Major Tom! There is an incoming aircraft! You need to evacuate the landing platform! Deploy all necessary safety measures! There is an incoming Spider-class aircraft heading incoming right now!
Can you hear anyone?
All you've got is like Japanese-sounding voice. You can't understand the language. You don't understand this language. It's just screaming at you. The comms seem to be broken somehow.
All crew, assemble on the exit bay. On the exit bay with me right now.
Ashes like runs in. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to press the button. I'm so sorry. I just thought it would fix the bomb. I didn't think I would turn the bomb.
Ashes, we will discuss this after we land. But right now we need to survive. We need to get off of this ship.
What about Jones? What about Duncan? What are we gonna do about them?
I grab Duncan and Gadabout, insert them into my spaceship.
Jones isn't even on the ship. Jones is floating next to the ship. Jones is gonna be okay.
Can I jump on Jones?
No, I have a way. We will be fine.
Is everybody
Was. All you hear is Perro's just running around going, where's,
do something.
what do you want me to do? I can heal you.
I press the button to straight up just open the hatch as we're falling.
You're gonna what? Open the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna open the door. I want to suck us all out into the air, into air, out of the ship.
Okay, fine. So the door just opens up and you go.
Okay, once we are out, I'm going to start pressing buttons on my suit and activate Featherfall.
Featherfall, you activate for all of you. So you're like, Jones is like there. Oh, hello. He just flying past. Oh, how's it going? Okay, nosedive, way, like this. And he goes ahead of you. And then you realize you do the whole, like, you go down, then you go up, the sort of like up in the sky. And you just see your ship just like go spinning around. There's flames and there's sparks and everything coming out the back end of your ship. Like, you see down in the dry dock now. You're a bit slower down, and sort of space of calms. You just can see like people like frantically moving shit out the way, like move the ships, and they're trying to push this squid-shaped ship out the way, and they're sort of looking up, and then they've sort of abandoned it and gone fuck, and they're just all running everywhere, and you just start floating in space. It's like after all this sort of chaos.
Much calmer, actually.
I've been holding my breath this whole time.
I didn't know you. I thought you didn't breathe at all.
I don't.
What? Did you enjoy the breathing?
What a great time that was.
Is everybody okay? Everybody check yourselves for injuries. Does anybody need imminent medical attention?
Heroes here. I can give anyone healing.
Well, aside from my hair's messed up, I think we're fine.
I'll be okay. I've got hit a few times, but we should be okay. I know Jones is fine, Duncan is fine. As long as everybody else is fine, we should be all right.
My hair is always messed up.
I could produce some mending later when we get down. And I can give you some guidance.
Okay, you know what, Perot? I think you just need to cool it on the offering of the help right now. We need to regroup. I assume we're just sort of slowly floating down at this point.
Yeah. By the way, there's only one of me. Oh dear.
Yep, no, that's okay.
Then you hear a... Then you just see the whole thing explode. Massive flames just flying out through the dry dock. Fortunately, everyone got out the way before it, but a couple of ships got hit in the process. You've probably got a bit of a bill on your hands. That's all you notice in front of you.
Yeah, folks, should we get our stories straight so that we all can report exactly what happened? I'm probably not me making...
Do you mean the part where we exploded the thing, or the part where we...
The part where our ship was blown up by adamantium, and he stole our cargo.
And the part where we tried to fight them, but we really lost.
Yes, the part where we got attacked by pirates in Rock of Bral airspace with no support from any sort of law enforcement, and our ship was blown up.
What if we didn't tell that part?
I think we 100% need to tell that part, because then we might not have to pay for that huge explosion. Look at that runway.
We want their sympathy. It's adamantium's fault, so we tell it that way.
So we tell that we pressed the bomb.
No,
let's not tell them that
The
part.
bomb was going to go off regardless.
But
That was a mistake.
We did it.
Yes. Well, there was... Look, if we start saying that we pressed the bomb, that starts to raise other questions. The fact is, we were trying to deactivate the bomb. The bomb activated while we were trying to deactivate it, but the bomb was planted on board our ship by Adamantium.
Funnily enough, none of us are trained bomb disposal experts. I mean, I'd like to be. I think that would be fun. But
I've made bombs.
I am not. You've made bombs, but you don't know how to defuse them.
Well, it was by accident.
I'm gonna turn to the other crewmen. I'm gonna use my my secret comms so that only the other two can hear me. And I'm like, we may need to talk about finding some new crew members. I'm not sure that Ashes may just straight up be a liability. This is
you see them then start
we signed a contract about Ashes. We knew they were dangerous.
We thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Is this fun? Are you having fun right now?
A little.
Yeah. I've had much worse times.
I'm up on the 11th floor and I'm watching the cruisers below. It's down on the street and it's trying hard to force us to flow. Oh, my heart's in the basement, my weekend's at an all-time low. Cause she's hoping to score, so I can't see her letting him go. Walk out of her heart.
Is anyone else concerned about the reaction of Mercury to, losing the cargo?
I'm in the middle of a call. I'll get back to you on that. I'm trying to take care of that, actually.
Yeah, it's the first thing on my mind.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Hopefully, we can get that sorted out.
So you calling ground control?
I understand this.
Yeah. Essentially, I'm just calling them and saying like we can play it out if you want. But
go for it. Go for it. Just quickly, I want to do something. Go for it.
This is Major Tom to ground control. I would like to update you as to the status of what has occurred. Our ship was attacked by
the explosion.
Yes. The reason for the explosion was because our ship was attacked while in your airspace by Adamantium, who is currently, as far as I'm aware, still in your airspace. Their ship is damaged. They are trying desperately to leave, but they have robbed us. They have impersonated your officials, and they are now responsible for severe damage to your runway.
Oh, 1 second. Someone's trying to. You can't come in here. You can't. You can't. Let me at them. I'll bloody kill them. Those bastards. And you hear like this person who sounds a little bit less posh than they did earlier, but you kind of recognize the voice. And you think, is that you, darlings? You get down here right now. You can't be on the mic. Get away from me. Get away from me, you fool. I am going to rip you a million different holes in you. You're going to turn into puddles of blood if you do not get down here and sort this out. You call the ships, and you hear people in the background just like fucking.
I just want to say, Killer Queen, Mr. Mercury, we are on our way down. There is no need to panic. If what you do need to do right now is scramble any fighters you have,
scramble all the jets,
send them immediately after Adamantium.
Darling, get in a ship. I don't care if you just do the talkie on the thing. Get in a ship. I don't even know how to fly. I don't care. Get in that goddamn ship, you bastard. And you hear this. Okay, I'm gonna. How do I fly this thing? It'll be fine. I'm coming. Come here. Hold on. Get me in this bloody ship. I'm gonna go get them. And you just, and then you hear it, and then Tank falls on the floor, and you hear it, dial tone.
I'll just turn it off and look at everyone else and say, it should be okay.
You see,
Did you hear any of that, or is that all just
it's all in his head? You don't hear it.
It's
very loud though, so if you could hear, it's probably so loud. Yeah, you just hear that.
Yes, they're taking care of it.
Right.
You then see loads of little squid and hammerhead ships, sort of like, and little like damselflies like fly off in the sky and sort of like fly past you and sort of going off after the adamantium ship. But you've noticed by this time that you've sort of been like dealing with the flying and all this stuff, they're very much on the edge of space and starting to join that like 100-mile-an-hour moment where you're outside of the proper gravity well, because you were just coming into space. And on the edge of it, when you were dealing with it, they didn't have to go very far. They've been powering away. Even though they're slightly damaged, the minute they hit that edge zone is when they can go, do the light speed. So you just see them flying off, and then suddenly they're getting closer and closer and closer, and then you see the thing that you have in space, and they just kind of then go, and you see a couple of them sort of like arrange, and then one goes that way, and they sort of all disappear and try and continue and they're all off trying to save them. Careering up, you see this other ship coming, which is all this. It sort of looks like it's very much like the SpellJammer, which is like a manta ray sort of figure. But this one is clearly not a living ship, but a flowing manta ray shape with all these velvet curtainy sort of drapes flowing off the edge in all the colors of the rainbow, sort of flowing off it. And it sort of flies up, and every time as it moves, it's got like twinkle dust sort of like flying off, and then you hear like the sort of sounds of this sort of like, as it moves, it's sort of playing these melodies as it sort of floats around, as it's coming up and very much sort of towards you, your direction.
I feel like we should get out of the way.
Can we move? I don't really.
You can move. You can sort of try and do the flying when you base jump sort of thing, sort of direct yourself. Are you still feather falling now?
I guess Featherfall probably has ended by this point.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just I'll try and direct myself away.
Okay. Away
Should
from it.
we all hold hands?
Good idea.
You got this like air flowing past you, your hair's all like flying in space into behind you and everything like that, and this ship's like sort of trying to follow you and sort of take the direction you are, and you hear like a darlings, just slow down, we'll capture you. If you could just sort of like keep in pattern, we'll get you, okay? Just or something, just sort of stay still. Galileo, get them. Figaro, just go over there. Just shut up. Okay, yes, good. They will try and lock on to you, okay?
You really should be clearer in your intent.
Well, I'm going to capture you, make sure you're alive, so I can torture you to death, okay? I don't want you to die the easy way. Now get on this goddamn ship.
I'm holding as still as I can.
You see like a... Hunky Dory, you just get like teleported in and sort of fall into what is like a divan chair, sort of like this into the space in a sort of like domed area. Above you is just the sky with this sort of twinkly and little flakes of dust sort of fly around, and you're sort of like, it's all very calming, very relaxing.
This is nice.
It's only Hunky Dory so far. The rest of you are still like falling.
Oh, the rest of us are still floating.
Yeah, it's only Hunky Dory they've got so far because you were staying still.
I thought we were all holding hands.
You're all holding hands. Okay, well they take Hunky Dory, so it's just you two now, and you're like, what? And then I'm just saying, it's just the two of you.
Let's grab both hands.
Okay, okay. Whoa. Okay, and then poof. Jareth, you're taken like that. Jareth is taken.
Can I go along?
Yeah, you sort of like try and take your hand, and then you're sort of like, whoa, no, and then they sort of like go, whoa, it's your suit, it's just, there we go, and then grab, and then you're all three. The other two slowly soon afterwards, just boom, into these like divan chairs. You're sort of just in this room. It's very calm right now, sort of listing dust.
Finally learned how to stay still, like me.
Okay, enough. Yes.
If there's one thing you're good at, it's staying very still. I've always said it.
Ashes. Oh, hi. Sorry. Pero. I was flying. I was fine. Oh, that was fun. Yay. Oh.
Well, are we all on the same page about what occurred?
Adamantium stole our cargo and destroyed the ship, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't
feel
press
that Ashes
anything.
shouldn't speak.
I didn't touch.
Thank you.
Starts licking his hand.
We tried valiantly to deactivate the weapon, but were unsuccessful in
It's
doing
true.
so. And it exploded and destroyed the ship.
Also
Eh.
true.
And it would be I think it's interesting to note that Adamantium appeared not only to know that we were coming, but know when we were going to arrive, and that no one below, including our employer, saw fit to put any sort of security in order to help us come in. Now, I think that's something that perhaps we should not lead with, but I think this is absolutely something we should bring up.
Wasn't the only person that knew the time we were going to be arriving our queen themselves, since, we took a detour?
That's my understanding.
Let's not lead with that either.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, probably let's not say that at all.
Well, at the very least, the
Unless
queen may have
using
a
for
mole.
leverage. True. I'm usually the one installing the moles. I don't like this.
Are there mole goblins? Is there a mole variety of goblin?
You don't mean mole as an animal, although that can definitely be arranged.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you had taken it literally, and so I was trying to get onto your wavelengths.
No. Although, having said that, moles would make particularly good moles.
Moles would make particularly good moles. Oh, sorry.
Yes, you have a lot to atone for, Ashes.
I'm going
Thank
to
you.
privately say to the other ones, also it's possible that Ashes may be a mole. Just like privately say to each of them, maybe consider that as well.
I was
And
looking like this at Ashes, like,
We
Then you
should
see-
have taught them how to do the science.
then
is
barging through the door comes not the Killer Queen, but Figaro. Both Figaro and Galileo, it's very hard to tell the difference between them. Galileo, you can only tell because they have a little pin that looks like a telescope, and Figaro has a pin that looks like the tragedy comedy sign on them, if you know the sort of two faces. And that's how you can tell them apart. They are twins. They have long curly hair that sort of goes behind them, and they're humans just walking in, and they sort of come in and go. And the Queen would like to see you now in their chamber. Received caution.
I gathered.
Yes. Anyway, follow us. Any chance for a refreshment or break is probably not allowed, so hold it. Don't mention it and all that stuff, right? Anyway, this way. So you sort of like get led out of the room. Everything, it actually in this room, they sort of take you out the door they came through, which is a much minor door to there's another door that seems to be much more padded and plush than the one you go through. And this actually just suddenly turns into ship. Do you know what I mean? Like it was all gorgeous and lovely and sort of, very chic, and very absolutely fabulous, darling. And then you go through this door and it's just dull as dishwater, just ship. And they go right this way, and then you hear like a clink 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 of kitchens that you're sort of going past, and you see this like couple of figures just working in there, just and sort of like nodding and sort of then hiding away quickly as they notice that maybe it was Galileo and it's probably a bad time to say anything. And then you sort of walk around the back, and then you get to a door, and it's just a come in, darlings, bring them. And they sort of open this door. Here you go. Stay here. Okay. Wow. Very reflect. That's okay. And sort of indicates you in.
Yeah, I guess I'll give it like a little nod.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You sort of walk in. So
It is on the floor.
Hunky Dory's on the floor. Yes.
I like that we have the three kind of stages. We have the nod. We have Jareth's probably giving some sort of like
proper curtsy bow.
Curtsy, and then Hunky Dory on the floor.
Like doing the worm. Yes, very good. Come in. Yes, sorry. Yes, come in. Thank you. So, do you have to say for yourself, where is your ship is strewn across the dry dock, causing untold damage, which I am not paying for, even though they want to foot the bill, because supposedly my name is on sort of chit or something like that. And then, where is the item? I'm hoping it's not actually in that bloody wreckage.
You'll be pleased to hear it's not, Your Majesty.
Good. So, next.
However, it may be, perchance, in the hands of certain pirates, which, I might add, attacked us in your airspace.
It's true.
Which bloody dastardly bastard did this to me?
Mm-hmm.
I think you know.
I told you. I told you. You sent a number of soldiers after them just now. Adamantium.
Oh, yes, sorry. Well, I just sent them to chase whoever it was. I hadn't time to figure out all the details. I've got more important things. I just wanted to find out what was going on. They've stolen that goddamn thing. That bastard. I'm going to kill them. How on earth did they find out that you had this? I have only told you about your journey into the uncharted territories, darling. No other person. Galileo, Figaro, yes, okay, fine. They knew you were doing a job for me, but I told them to leave the room. They knew what you were giving. They did not know where you were going. It was just you. Well, you, the rest of your crew, whoever they are, however they can be trusted, whatever, and me. And the person who wants it from me. But anyway, then, and word on the wing. I mean, come on. Who else knew you were in the uncharted territories? I don't know of anyone else that knew you were there.
We don't know who else knew either. As far as we were aware, the only people who knew were the individual who gave us the job, word on the wing, ourselves, and you and any of your associates. Mm. And yet, somehow, Adamantium not only knew that we had the device, but knew when we would arrive. And was lying in wait for us with a full ruse. They scrambled our communications and posed as ground control and pretended to be with you. And while we were speaking to them, attacked our ship.
Hang on a minute. Figaro, come in, please. Figaro walks in. Sort of something. 1 second. Remind me of what you told me the other day. Didn't they call you whilst they were away and ask for an extension of some sort? Yes, they did. Some sort of damage to the ship, I believe. Queen? My queen? Ah, that's right. Yes, damage to your ship. What was this then, eh?
The Gaspar accumulation, we found a ruin.
What? Okay.
And of their ships.
Right.
We thought to investigate. There was an awful lot of meteorites.
Zombies!
Okay.
Zombies, yes. And
so you had a little stop. You had a little stop, so you have a little bit of tea, have a bit of coffee, have a little chat with the people about.
No tea and no coffee.
As you can see, Hunky Dory was very distressed and we needed time to fix the ship, recuperate.
We, as we were traveling, encountered a debris field. To clarify, we encountered a debris field which damaged our vessel. We then had to, while we were trying to fix our vessel and trying to navigate the field, we did happen upon a ship that was
abandoned.
Yes.
Well, other than the aforementioned zombies.
Right, so no one else was there at all. You just came across the ship, little bit of damage, fixed your ship up, and off you went to Word of the Wing. All fine.
No, there were the pirates that attacked us then as well.
Zappa here again. Just gonna interject briefly because what's gonna be talked about now happened in what we like to call is a Session Zero. Now, our wonderful GM, Hamilton, he didn't think to record this Session Zero because he didn't think something important was gonna happen, but it did, because when they were on their way to meet Word on the Wing, they came across a distress signal, which led them to an abandoned Gaspar reclamation ship. Now, being ever so cautious, they kind of investigated and found dead zombies on board. But actually, that wasn't the whole thing. It was an ambush by a bunch of Kith pirates who were riding Star Lancers. They defeated 2 of the 3 Star Lancer riding Gith pirates. They kept one of the Star Lancers, which became Jones, and one of the Gith pirates got away. But it didn't seem that this ambush was for nothing, because inside the Gaspar reclamation ship was a heck of a ton of mithril. Now, our spiders, being the ever so entrepreneurial type, they saw this as an opportunity, thought that Word on the Wing could wait a bit, but probably if they didn't make them wait a bit, they might have got there before the Illithids, but we'll forget about that. They then took the opportunity to take this mithril to the nearest Gaspar reclamation outpost, and they delivered them the mithril and got half the price of it in return, which was about 65,000 gold pieces. Very nice. And then they made their way to Word on the Wing. Now you'll hear the story slightly more explained as they talk to the fine Killer Queen. Anyway, enough for me for now. I'll see you next time. Zappa out.
Well,
Right.
Yes, but they did not see anything up on our ship. They attacked us while they attacked us from outside of the ship. And
they attacked you, and you killed them all, made sure all of them were dead.
No, there was one who escaped.
And so one got away whilst you're in uncharted territories, and you just let them fly away, and that was it, yes?
Our ship was damaged, and they had not, as up to this point, seen anything that was suspicious.
Fine. Okay. So then you just thought, okay, fix the ship, and on you go to Word on the Wing, and we're all fine there, yeah?
Well, our ship was severely damaged. We had to stop off for repairs. Didn't we tell you this? I believe we well at least.
Yes, I'm trying to get you to tell me the whole story here, because I'm hearing it very slowly out of your mind, and you're saying you didn't speak to anyone. No one else knew you were in the uncharted territories. But then now there's a pirate who survived an attack, who saw you in the uncharted territories.
Not to correct you, simply to clarify. We didn't say no one else knew we were in the uncharted territories. We said no one else knew what we were carrying or where we were going.
That's fair.
There's quite a difference between simply being seen in the uncharted territories and someone knowing the cargo and where we would arrive and when we would get there. Now, I can assure you.
Also add that the mission itself may be secret, but hiding where you are if someone is to come across you is not so easy.
No, I'm just trying
to... You did not tell us that the location itself was a secret, simply that we were on it.
That is very fair. I understand your concerns. I am just trying to ascertain who may have seen what they may have been doing, but also being in the uncharted territories is not exactly the run of the mill. Also, people know I went up to something here, and also being in the uncharted territories, and your name has become a party to what I'm doing. So I'm just a little bit concerned, people knowing that you were there, and also a bit concerned that you had to stop and other people got away. And it's fine. I'm not blaming you. I'm just trying to understand the whole story, because things, people might know that you're going places. There's not a lot of places to go. And you do leave wakes, This is journeys you take. Fine. That's all I want to understand.
If I may. Oh, unless you were going to say something, Jareth.
No, I don't. It's fine. You continue.
Go.
If I may. Even if our location was discovered, it is, I think it is relevant to note that we simply were outgunned and outnumbered. And if, in fact, these artifacts that we are carrying for you are this important, which, of course, I hold them in the utmost importance, but there's quite a difference between carrying cargo and carrying cargo which others might wish to steal. And if in fact, what we are carrying for you is so important, perhaps you would see fit to help us outfit ourselves with perhaps more crew members who might be able to stand against the forces of similar pirates like Adamantium, and also perhaps a ship with greater weapon systems.
This Adamantium character has been always below you, and I didn't think him capable of something as devious as this. He's more of a showman. He doesn't get involved
Yet
in
he
politics.
always seems to get in the way.
Well, something has changed.
Their ship dwarfed ours, and they had
You pretty
dozens
thing.
of crew members.
Well, yes, but I assume they're more of a nuisance. They're not. I assumed you'd be able to deal with them. I'm sorry that I underestimated your abilities.
Well,
Your job, I gave you a job. I told you it was important. It's up to you to outfit your crew as you see fit.
We
I'm sorry.
need additional funds, is what I'm saying. Seeing
wow.
as this is an ongoing engagement that we have,
Well, I hear that you've actually come into quite a lot of funds, actually, in the middle of my employ on a very important journey. Yes, I have networks and people of knowledge, and I'm sort of aware that you even cargoed some mithril for some time whilst on this very important mission.
You never sold us that our exclusivity was in your pocket.
Okay, fine.
If so, perhaps we would have negotiated a higher fee.
Well, you could have used that money to maybe outfit yourself, but fine, whatever. We are discussing over minors. We are still in the problem of you do not have what I need. It is out there, and we need to get it back. Can we all agree on that? And that maybe that is actually your job still?
Well, there we can agree, because I think I speak for all of us when I say we should be the ones to go after Adamantium.
Well,
I think this
yes.
has become personal.
Good. That's what I
If
like
you would
to hear.
allow us to confer before we make any sort of commitments,
Fine, yes. But just remember, if you don't get it back, there will be consequences. And Adamantium has nothing on the things that I have in my reserve.
I'm going to turn to everybody else and say, all right. So it sounds, does this feel predatory to anyone other than me?
It seems perfectly reasonable.
But
Like
we
every
didn't make any.
interaction we've ever had with the Queen.
I suppose it's from where I'm
And they're
sitting.
all just like this.
Exactly.
Have
what I would do.
we ever failed to bring them something and they've threatened to kill us? Even though when we failed to bring it, it wasn't actually so much a failure as much as there were security breaches.
But there was that time. And there was
Do
that
you not
thing.
threaten the people that fail to do things for you with death? Is that not?
No, that's not the way that we do things.
Oh, what do you do?
We get people who want to do the things that we want them to do, and then they try and do them. And then if they fail, we figure out a way to work around it. If they fail due to their own failures themselves, then there's potentially
you
a change
kill
of personnel. No, we would just
Yes,
fire
kill
them. No, we'd fire them, demote them.
Like
Kill
in
them
a-
after.
in a bonfire? Cremation?
No, we would say, oh, you were in this job. You're no longer in this job. Now you're in a
they're
lesser
dead.
job, and we'll put another more competent
Because you
person
killed them.
into that job. No,
How does someone
no.
not have a job anymore if they're not dead?
Because they're dead.
No, they still
No,
have a
they're
job. They just have a
Jareth,
different
they're
job.
dead.
Yes, because they're dead, exactly.
Dead.
Okay, they will eventually die at some point because
There
almost
it
everyone
is.
dies, but
There
it will
it
not be
is.
because of us.
We don't die. We cannot be fired from
Having
any
said that, I
job.
would normally just, throw them in the pit of eternal stench. And leave it at that.
incineration.
We have very different backgrounds. Is this how Ziggy ran things?
No.
No.
I was going to say, because if that was the case, I'm not sure how Ashes is still alive.
This is a good point. But if he just agreed to be a goblin, then everything would be fine. He'd perform perfectly as a goblin. But no, apparently being a goblin is too much. It's not fun enough for him.
Mm.
Okay, so if that's how if Ziggy didn't run things that way, perhaps it's best if we don't run things that way either. Generally, my experience is if you want someone to do a job, you give them a reason beyond simply "I will kill you if you don't do it."
Yeah, well, Ziggy left, so I don't think...
cake.
Look, I don't want to put you under pressure, but if you could hurry up your conversation, because I do actually have other things I need to be doing rather than dealing with this shit, so that'd be much appreciated. Just saying.
So, what do we say? Are we willing to go? I am frankly more interested in
also, just to remind them, they're called the Killer Queen. Just reminding you, the person you're doing dealings with.
And I'm the Goblin King. We're on the same level.
Now I'm a hunky dory.
Galileo, caviar and cigarettes whilst I wait, please, darlings. Thank you.
Right.
We're going after adamantium anyway. We might as well do it.
Okay, well, I'm just wondering if we want to continue to be in debt to this clearly unhinged individual. If that's what we're already doing, that's what we're doing.
Reasonable to me. I don't know where your
to be a
standard of unhinged is.
End.
All right. Well, you know what? This crew is not a dictatorship. If everybody is voting in favor of continuing to keep ourselves under the Killer Queen's thumb, who am I to stand in the way?
Who said we were under her thumb?
We are very much under her
Perhaps
thumb.
we're under her boot.
I feel like it's a pointless
how that's
distinction.
not better.
Yeah, either way, we are currently under threat of death from this individual who
You're
claims that we
currently
owe
under
them
threat
something.
of death. I do believe you're the only one that isn't immortal.
But we like you.
Exactly, we'll protect
We
you.
care for your well-being and your things that you do.
You did teach us the science, so clearly you have a job.
Yes. You have many scruples.
Okay, so would you mind listening to me then, since I have a lot more at stake than either of you?
Oh.
They start smoking a cigarette and just eating caviar whilst you're doing this, and they're sort of just lounging.
Maybe
No.
Okay. I believe this is part of the science, is observing. So
Jareth,
yes.
let's do that science.
Look, okay, I feel a little bit bad now for shouting. I'm sorry. Now I've had my relaxation. I'd rather we just talk calmly. Look, apologies. I can hear you, so I'm getting the vibe. I overheard your conversation, so I understand. I was just a little bit angry. I've got people above, the screams come down, and I was just letting it out on you, and that's unfair, I know, because you're doing very well at work. You've been doing very hard. I understand. Right. What I would like is to get my shit back. And I know it's not completely your fault, but I trusted you before. You've done well for me in the past, and I can't see how this is not insurmountable for you to go and retrieve this. You have your money from this mithril here. You've come into quite a lot of money, so I'm sure you can get yourself another ship and sort yourself out and pay for the damage at the dock. I'm sure that will cover most of it. And I will front you some cash if you need some, if you need anything, but I will want that back. But I'll want it back with interest. But I will be fair with my interest, nothing too hasty. 10% per month.
Hazard pay for when we're not hunky dory.
That is
The
why I
hazard pay will
hide.
need to be bumped up significantly, and I feel at the very least, if we are continuing to work on your behalf in order to go out and retrieve an item which somehow, due to some kind of security breach, was stolen. We don't know where the security breach occurred. but we
I'm
can
suggesting
agree that
still that we haven't determined whose fault that is yet. So let's not start parceling that on my behalf either.
let's not parcel it on ours either.
I'm not. Let's just not parcel it on either's behalf then.
Right.
for now.
So the
I
city
do
pays
believe
for
we
all those
ascertained
damages.
adamantium is at fault.
Well, yes, but I'm not going to cover your ship is the one that blew up here. Adamantium, if you want to get
your cargo.
I'm sorry. If you can't deal with disarming a bomb, darling, then you can deal with it blowing up, okay? I think adamantium is probably the one who paid for that, but I think you should be covering the cost. It's your ship that blew up.
But we were on the clock.
Will you? Very true. That when we did not receive additional hazard pay.
I'm sorry, the fee was definitely including hazard pay. It was a lot of money. 60,000 gold pieces is not nothing for just cargoing something. That includes a certain level of sophistication in the work.
And you received sophistication. Unfortunately,
Well, I don't. I see it.
outnumbered and
I see a big fireball in the middle of the dry dock and nothing in my possession.
Well, how about this? You buy us a new crew. We'll buy ourselves a new ship.
Mm-hmm.
And a competent crew who can follow orders. And we'll have the numbers to help us against Adamantium. Because, again, we were not just outnumbered 2-1. This was a potential 5 or 6-1 situation.
Another crew, you say?
There were like 93 in that ship.
And they were beefy.
Yeah.
Some ants, come on. Whatever. All right, fine. I know a crew that you can rally up with, if that's okay with you. You'll have to meet them. I don't have anyone about here. I actually don't know. Figaro will tell you where they are. I'm sure they will tell you all the details. But yes, they're the goon squad, okay? They're a bit, well, you know what pirates are like anyway. They're all a bit interesting. You can meet up with them. Their captain is a fantastic person. I absolutely adore them. They can stay anytime. I recommend working well with them. They have a particular way of running their ship, so you're happy to work with them. That's fine. You will not have them in your employ. They will be probably on equal terms. I doubt I can argue any better than that, if that's okay with you.
Oh, I think I can rectify that.
Okay. Right. Well, anyway, Figaro will give you the details for that. In regards to the damage, look, I will sort you out this crew free of charge. You pay for the things, but if you bring me back what I wanted, I will pay you double the original cost. And hopefully that will then cover any of this pay for the damage. How about that then? Does that seem like a fair deal? You, in the employ of me, cause the damage. I will double my pay to cover it, but only on the expectation that you bring back what I so deserved. Or requested.
Very bad and hardcore, but also side-eyeing at Major Tom to see if it's okay.
Yeah, okay. Definitely. Yeah, those terms work for me.
I will give you a moment if you so wish to discuss these terms.
Yeah, I'll turn to everybody else and say, what are we thinking?
I agree. I think it's good terms.
Right. Seems like you're all nodding, so I'm going to say that's a yes. Okay, I will drop you down in the die dock. Look, I'll give you a signatory to deal with this signature fiasco, whatever that is about. I'm going to do some investigations on my own to figure out who did that. Maybe we can find out something together about who used my name. And use that god-awful excuse for a signature. Ugh, so disgusting. And we'll go from there. Fantastic, fabulous, lovely. Right? Okay, bye. Galileo!
Please, Your Majesty, may I make a suggestion?
Yes.
If you do not already have this in place, which perhaps you do, it might be worth looking into some kind of non-detection spell or wards that you can use. It's quite possible somebody overheard us in this room by magical means.
I do. Figaro is very talented at sort of...
I'm sure. I was just checking.
And Galileo knows the magics and the arcane like no one, but I will check into this, of course. Check
Perhaps
most of my
also,
wardings.
Just piggybacking off of what my associate Jareth has just said, perhaps also an investigation into Galileo and Figaro. Because though I do not wish to imply treachery on their part, it's possible that they are being affected in some way. They did know that we were taking a detour and they knew that we were coming. And as you just said, they handle security in this room. That's a lot of eggs in one basket.
Okay. All right, I will do. I'll ask May to deal with it then. Right, fine. If I can't trust May, then there's no one I can trust. Anyway, I think we're done here.
A nice deep bow.
It's May, of course. 100%. Yeah, I will send on the regards. Bye. Okay. Goodbye, everybody.
I've got to go.
I think we'll go with a little Bohemian Rhapsody, gentlemen.
Good call.
Right. I just want to sing that song now. All right, come on before I start singing. Okay. Right. You are a Galileo has already come into the room when they screamed Galileo before you finished off that sort of part of the conversation. They lead you then back out this time out the front way, which is so that you've sort of seemed to like passed a test. Figaro didn't get you, Galileo got you this time, so that was the other door, clearly. So they sort of carry you away. Galileo said with the little symbol of the telescope, and you now are led through luscious halls and taken to sit in some seats around the sort of cockpit area. Cockpit, is it called cockpit or cockpit? I've forgotten what the term is.
Cockpit.
Cockpit, there you go. And you're going to sit in that area. Then it's a really weird word. And then you sit in, and they sort of sit on the throne area, the sort of helm bit. You don't see the Killer Queen the rest of the flight. It's just sort of like you're sort of taken down to dry dock. You can have a moment to yourselves if you want on the plane, or we can skip to you land, basically. You sort of.
I think I would just heard everybody saying, I thought that went well overall. I thought we handled ourselves well.
Yes, I think so. I think we did.
I just want to check in with everybody. How's everybody feeling?
Well, Hunky Dory seems fine. I'm fine. Mm-hmm. You're fine. I think.
What a rush!
I don't know. Sometimes I can't tell with humans.
Yes, I've definitely been more fine in my time, but after that, I think I'm more fine than I was. So, thank you for asking.
Just want a chance at this adamantium.
Yeah, I think we may need to strap up.
Oh, I plan to.
Yeah.
New outfits.
Yes.
That's not a bad idea. And maybe
that's not what you're thinking?
Maybe some extra muscle.
Ah, yes.
How do we get that?
I'll see if I can find it. I don't know. I'm kind of new here still, so I'll do my best. I don't know. I was gonna say I know a guy. I don't know a guy.
You know,
I'll see if I can find a guy.
Muscles. That we can just.
If anyone knows a guy, it's probably me.
Yeah, Jareth will know Jareth knows everyone that you need to know.
Everybody on the Rock of Bral.
Yeah.
Jareth, you know all the guys.
Yeah. You know all the guys, all the girls, everything in between. You know them all. Yeah. Every single one.
I can't remember any of them.
And you've asked every single one of them if they want to be a goblin, and they've all said no. You literally, that's why you know them.
And is like, psst.
Want to be a goblin?
Hey, kid. Want to become a goblin? You have to say yes. I can't just do it.
It's like the shittest vampire.
Yeah, no wonder nobody says yes.
Exactly.
Dense thing.
It's probably because like
you have to say yes.
The things that Jareth think are good about being a goblin are the things that everyone else goes, no, that's not good.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to sell it, but it's not working out.
Undying servitude. I could kill you at any moment.
Jareth says like,
but you get powers in exchange.
You get magic spells, but you have to use them in service to me.
Crystal ball.
You gain power and lose all your freedom the rest of your life.
But you'll be with me, darling.
Have a labyrinth. It's so magnificent. Well, it used to be magnificent, but it's going to be magnificent. The more of you the joy, and the better it gets. It's like a pyramid scheme.
When I start singing, you all have to start singing.
Yes, exactly.
Everybody dances together. It's a merry old time.
Yeah, and we'll throw a baby around like it's normal behavior.
And everybody's like, ooh, whoa.
Whoa. Too intense. And that's when the last stragglers who were sort of on the borderline of going like, maybe being a goblin would be kind of cool, go, right, I'm just going to leave this place now.
Hey, where are you going?
The ironic thing is I do actually mechanically become stronger if I have more goblins.
That is the thing, yeah. You do. The more patrons you gain, yeah. Your labyrinth gets really better if the more goblins you have.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a cult.
It is a
cult.
I'm literally like, come on, guys. I'm just putting warlocks out there as what they are. Come on, like that's it. Literally, this is what a patron is.
Very
if you hadn't noticed,
sexy cult.
Yeah, a lot of dancing, a lot of leather.
Sport.
Yeah, a lot of cod pieces.
Friend that checks in on you all the time.
So many
Provides
card
you with
pieces.
exciting magic? Eldritch Blast?
I mean, come on.
I don't think you actually get Eldritch Blast.
The parental
I
love and attention that you never had in your mortal life?
I think I'm going to have to say that every single person that is on your... You has to get Eldritch Blast. You can't have a Warlock without Eldritch.
Yeah. Disguise Self, and Magic Missile, and Crown of Madness.
Look, it just feels so good to let off an Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. We'll say that they've got Eldritch Blast instead of
It's not really for a utility purpose. It's for you.
It's just so you can just say Eldritch Blast like that, basically. Yeah. So the ship, back, and the ship it's a very smooth ride. Your ride was a little bit higgledy-piggledy, like it's a bit rickety at times. You know, it's put together by a few different ships that are built from like part of an old Neogi ship to part of a sort of like mechanical thing that comes from a very specialized area, which are those sort of spider legs. And then a bit of it is part of the pod that was part of the Apollo mission part that was Major Tom's old ship that you found. You sort of reaffixed that on to sort of fix up the head point. So you got more of these like turrets and gave you some more like weaponry, and Ashes thought he could sort of fix that together. So that's what your ship was. It was a bit of a 3 ships melded together into one. But now you're in something very luxury cruiser. I don't know if you've ever been... It feels like a boat, you know, it moves like a boat, as they say. Like a roller does. It moves like a boat. And so you sort of smoothly land, and the land is just like, oh, what? I didn't even know that could be like this. You know, you're so used to the sort of like, yeah, okay, sort of feel like, and then you sort of drop, and then you land sort of thing. Whilst in this situation, it's very much just like paper just being folded, basically, or sort of like fallen on the floor. And it's like, there you go, guys. I don't think Queen will probably see you now. Probably would like if you could leave before they leave. I think they're going to just have... I think we're just going to go for a little fly around and sort of take in the scenery and sort of recoup before we go back to the opera. But, you know, feel free to go there, hang out, you know, use that as a little base of operations. You've got space that we can afford to you in there if you need. There's always accommodation there for you, as ever. Even though they're angry, they still wanted me to tell you that, so there you go. Anyway.
That's much appreciated.
Always. And welcome at all the clubs. All the clubs that we own, obviously, as ever, and free of charge and all that stuff. Anyway, you know the drill. Have a wonderful day. Good luck. And see you.
Before you go, these pirates, where can we find them?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I was meant to give you the Goon Squad. Right, they're on the edge of Realm Space. Realm Space, sort of over there. I can give you the coordinates. They've been dealing with a little. They've been dealing with helping the Beholders on Hachar, which is the sort of outer planet on there. They're sort of hanging out. They're sort of having a bit of a party, I think. So we're gonna have to communicate to them and tell them that they're sort of they sort of like to revel a little bit afterwards. Zoe, they're
revel.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The captain is very keen on it. They're sort of always very much on that frame. So
I think we'll get on just fine.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Do they love science?
Yes. I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so. They're a little bit more impulsive than your usual. Yeah. But they're great. There's a lot of them. They seem to just gather people. They're very good. They've got a very... Yeah.
They have a lot of goblins.
And there maybe is a goblin or two, I'm sure, but yeah.
To learn from them.
Jareth, they have. They
might have some tricks.
Yes. Yeah, okay. Well, fantastic. Anyway.
Bye.
Bye. We will contact them.
We have so much time and yet none.
Alas. Life.
Yep.
That's true. Did we settle on a specific date when we are supposed to meet the Goon Squad?
No, we will contact them, let them know you're coming. We haven't mentioned them yet. I've just only been told that you're going to do this. I will have to get on the blower, say what's happening. Let them know. You meet them. I'm sure I will keep you posted on when that is. And I'm sure by the time you've sorted out all the mess here, we're ready. Yeah, fine. So you get basically the idea. They're going to contact them. If you could leave the ship now.
Yeah.
We got to go. I'm kind of, and then you hear like a, hello, when are we leaving, darling? When are we leaving? And they sort of get the impression, time to go. Yes, bye. Mm-hmm. Little door opens. Yeah, door opens out straight. It's a very simple walk down, very low. It's very low. I said manta ray, so very low and flat, but quite wide ship. And you sort of come down the middle bay underneath the sort of step that sort of appears in the hold that you're in, and you sort of walk down and you're into the dry dock. I did send you a map in Discord, actually, I believe. So it's very much like a sandy sort of color space. It's a bit like a beach, really. And there's a load of ships about. There is clearly a big area which has just had a huge explosion and loads of like debris left from your ship and possibly a number of other ships that have been damaged. They seem to have got most of them out of the way. It looks like one very small ship, maybe another one of these smaller ships, and then probably one sort of squid ship, sort of like squid-like ships that there are, has been really damaged, and your ship is just a wreck. I mean, the back was already blown out of it, and the arms are just, there's 8 different arms, all in the different places. Major Tom, your ship is a very lightweight thing, so that is just dust, Billy, pretty much. It's, it's built for, it doesn't really look like you're going to be able to reclaim much of this beautiful ship that you had. So and then someone just starts ambling up to you. A turtle like character comes up, and they're sort of like hobbling a little bit, and they come up to you and they go, and with them they've got 2 other members, and they're sort of like dressed very smartly, and they've got like a monocle and sort of like a necktie around their neck, and they sort of turn up to you and they go, and they're sort of walking towards you as you come, and they sort of say, hey man, hey, what's going on?
Can we help you?
Yeah, well, you sort of like caused all this, right, spiders? You've met this person before. This is Dylan, the turtle, who runs the dry dock, sort of the head of it. So they're sort of like sizing up and just going, man, that was a lot, dudes. How we gonna sort this out? I think I got a few people back here. Calm it down. Calm it down. They need some money to sort of pay off. Yeah.
Don't think twice.
That's right. That's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right. Oh, Hunky Dory. Yeah, well,
I don't know who did this, but it wasn't us, babe.
Well, I sort of know that ship. I seen you come in now, and yeah, got angry people that need paying for their ships.
Dylan, I think it's important to recognize, and you couldn't have known this. It wasn't actually us that did this. It was Adamantium.
Mr. Tambourine Man himself. Yeah, no.
The hurricane.
Let's not be equating the hurricane with this man.
No, that's definitely not.
An American hero.
Yes, exactly.
A victim. This is they attacked the ship, blew it up above the Rock of Bral.
Right.
And we are currently arranging to go out and find adamantium.
I scrambled the ships. I was told to do that.
And when we do that, we'll be able to we'll be able to have adamantium pay for this.
Of course, yes, but in the meantime, I got these people I need to, sort out, right? So I ain't got funds hanging around. I gotta keep them happy. I'm sure if we catch adamantium, I'll take the money off him, but until then, I'm gonna need you to sort of pay. I'm sorry.
I'm turning to the rest of the group. Like, should I say more things, or essentially like what?
Well, I guess we did kind of say that we would pay for this part.
Technically, we didn't. We that was never really agreed.
Are we sure?
Look, Dylan, if we cannot come to an agreement, perhaps these people would prefer to not need the money at all.
I hate to break it to you, everyone knows about your mithril find, so I'm sorry. I know it's, I don't want you all tangled up in blue here, but I need you to pay these.
And what makes you think you can make us?
Oh, times are changing now, aren't they? Let's,
Things have changed.
They have. Well, you can deal with them yourself, then. I was going to help you.
I think we are going to leave this dock now. We're going to go about our business, and you and your friends can leave us alone, sort out your shit, and all of that. I'm casting Charm Person.
Oh, go on then. What do I need to do?
It's gonna backfire, but I don't care.
Here we go. This is like...
It never goes well.
What do I need to roll?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. To be honest, I'm going to say Dylan is a very wise folk. I'm sorry.
Can I throw out a guidance?
Yeah, you can throw out a guidance.
How does that work on a saving throw?
Never mind.
No. I'll say that you can, and you can minus a d4. You can minus a d4, just minus a d4 from it. So that's guidance working, or whatever your inspiration die is, because you can do the inspiration to cutting words. Can you cutting words that will mean I have. Bard? Are you a lawbird?
Yeah, that's just a little.
No, you're a glamour bard, aren't you? Sorry.
Well, glamour bards have charm abilities, don't they?
I don't have it.
You don't have it.
You might even have a suggestion.
Strong charm abilities.
Yeah,
No,
you might
I
even have suggestion or something.
No, I don't.
Oh, you took all the. Okay, I'll say that your guidance can work as a minus d4. I'm happy for that to happen because I see what you're trying to just aid.
I'm spirits, I think.
Oh yeah, you're College of Spirits, aren't you? Sorry, yeah, you're College of Spirits.
I have guidance and I have bardic inspiration and I've got that +10 performance.
Yeah, but you can guidance, and I like that you can just give guidance to anyone, so that's perfect. I'm happy with that as a minus d4. So roll a d4, and I have to do a saving throw. Is that right? Wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom save.
I'm gonna say Dylan's pretty wise. I haven't made a character sheet for them, so I'm happy. Everyone's happy with a +3. Seem about right for Dylan. If you were gonna say Dylan is a real person, it'd be a +3. Okay, so that is a 14 +3, so 17.
Oh, if I'd rolled more than a 1 on the d4, then that would not have saved. However, I rolled a 1, and
so it was 16, so it just saved. Meets it. Okay.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's obvious. It's verbal expression.
Yeah. So, Jareth, I know you like to talk, but I need to pay these people. I mean, I don't need to pay them. You need to pay them. I was going to help sort out a deal for you. I think that squid ship was looking a bit... look, I'll tell you this. Squid ship was... Because you were close enough. I'll say that it gives you a bit of a bonus, which is... That squid ship was on the hinge of its rocks. I don't think it's not worth... It's probably worth a tenth of what it was worth beginning. Honestly, like 25% pay for that. Don't pay more than that for it. Those two other ships, if you give them more than 1,000... You've made a bad deal, okay? That's all I'll give you, but I'm leaving this up to you. I was happy to make the deal on your behalf, but okay, I'm off. You deal with it yourselves.
My own deals, thank you.
Okay.
Hard rains are gonna fall.
Well,
handle with care.
Doc, immediately. Should we just leave?
You can leave. There's just like you. I mean, yeah, you can do whatever you want. There's like you've got like there seems to be like they've walked up to you. They've left like a bunch of like rambling people behind, like 4 or 5 people. Seem to be in groups of like 3 groups of people. One that's like 2 or 3 people, then 2 like individuals that seem to be probably, you imagine, smaller ship owners. You don't recognize any of them. You don't know them from anywhere else. But they're just sort of like about 30 feet from you. And you've got like Dylan's come up alone to meet you away from them to sort of like try and make a deal. So do what you will. Like, your fault.
I'm fully striding out of there and ignoring them.
You're just going to stride.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of you.
And you have these people go, excuse me, what?
Yeah,
Dylan, what do they say? Well, It's up to you to deal with them. They don't want to deal. They don't want to deal, man. I'm sorry. It's a simple twist of fate. Like they say, it's not their fault, right? I don't know, man. It ain't me, babe. It ain't me. You deal with it.
It is you, babe.
What? Don't blame it on me.
What?
Hunky Dory, I'll come get you. I will. Just. That is the best Dylan I can do. Apologies to you, Bob. Sorry, Robert. I'm really sorry.
It was a valiant effort.
I'm trying, but it actually starts. How do you talk like that, Dylan, man? It hurts. I know he was in a car accident. He kind of went a little bit high, didn't he? But afterwards, yeah.
You could do the Lay Lady Lay voice. The whole Nashville, Nashville skyline.
Oh, yeah,
voice.
Exactly. What's the one he did with Johnny Cash? That one, the North Country Girl. If you're traveling in the North Country Fair, yeah. When the wind runs heavy on the borderline. Anyway, there you go. I love that song.
Just like the weirdly, like sounds like a different guy.
A true love of mine, true love of mine. I don't know. That's my Cash, I guess. And there's Chris Christopher. Is it Chris Christopher? No, he's in the Highwayman, isn't he?
That's the Highwayman. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a bop. Okay.
That's a fucking tune, right?
That was like a sleepover that must have really been fun to be at.
Yeah, I can imagine it was probably pretty wild.
So we leave the docks, right?
So you just got these people like clambering after you. They are sort of like looking a bit tired and haggard. So they're running, and they're not like adventurers like yourselves. So their speed. I just took a button off my jacket. I'm very sad.
Oh no.
Should we go buy things now or?
Yes, I could use a drink.
Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe we can make a list. I'm going to start making a list of things that we need.
Put drinks.
Yes.
Look, guys, I think I should just go. I'm feeling a little bit like it was a bit my fault.
Well,
and
categorically it was.
Yeah,
it was.
I'll just, I think I need to go and just be with myself for a bit. You know, lie down somewhere. That's okay.
Okay.
All right. Let us know if you need money for a room.
I'll find something. I just, yeah. They sort of
don't lie with your head going downhill. That won't be well when you wake up.
Really? Is that a thing?
No, it makes you sick.
Oh. Okay. I think I've got a furball coming. Yeah.
You want to be sick?
I'm going to go. Bye. And Ashes just sort of slowly walks off, head down, looking a bit sad.
Sad and gross.
Yeah, it's sort of like hacking.
That hurt me in two ways.
I'm sorry.
I want to turn to the other two and be like, honestly, though, even if we keep them on the crew, I feel like they need support. And I don't mean, they do need emotional support, but they also need like added help.
Do you want me to go and guide them? I could, no, cast bless on them or something. I don't know.
I don't believe that's the kind of support.
I've only just realized there's only one of me now. I used to be 5. That's quite sad.
We might need to get some more Peros as well.
Oh.
I'll start making a list.
Drink,
tech support for start writing down additional technicians to supervising technicians that Ashes works for. Write down. I start like writing down like more Peros.
You see them cast a spell on themselves. I know it won't work, but I feel I need to cure wounds on my heart.
Oh. Goodness, everybody is depressed today.
Oh, we are Hunky Dory.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Hey,
look,
put drinks again. Put more drinks.
I think that, first of all, I agree that drinks would probably be a good idea. It might help some people unwind.
Yeah.
Second of all, I think it's important for us to not take this to heart. We have been confronted with some deficiencies. Okay, we got some problems. On it, frankly, as much as we loved that ship, I think in some ways the loss of that ship set us free, because now we can go ahead and we we were still kind of we were still kind of, I think, recovering, still had a little bit of a Ziggy Stardust hangover. But now Ziggy is gone and Ziggy's ship is gone. And we have a huge amount of money and can make our own destiny.
Yeah.
This is our chance. We can start building towards things. When stuff like this happens, the point is not to let it get you down. The point is to recognize what you're really being shown here. And what you're being shown is an opportunity.
Look, I know you're new here, but please don't talk about Ziggy in that way again.
All right. Well, I did not wish to. I apologize. I did not wish to offend.
It's okay. You can insult them and everything, but not like they're gone. Please.
I'm gonna
because they left, and that was incredibly rude, and I hate them, and I will kill them. However, I will kill them, not anybody else.
Noted. I'll write that down.
Should we go and get those drinks now? Yes.
So I start writing down.
I don't think we need any further discussion. Just starts walking off.
I'm going to lean over to Hunky.
Looking visibly uncomfortable.
I'm going to see if I can hire some people who will willingly be turned into goblins. Because in a city this crazy, somebody's going to say yes. Or just lean over to Hunky Dory and we'll make it a surprise. I'll put at all points.
Find the most gullible people in Rock of Bral that I can find.
Look, people went in for Squid Game and people found that believable. So I feel like this is every bit as believable. They didn't even get any magic spells.
Hey, it's just being a warlock, but you get the added bonus of becoming a goblin.
It's amazing.
Lebo. I just double checked again. He's still not there. He's still not turned up.
What do you mean he's not there?
Well, he's not turning up. They can't see him on the radars.
No, that can't be right, because we gave him the money, we got the guarantee, he went to the Rock of Bral, he confirmed with us that he had retrieved the artifact.
No. That was just, we got confirmation from some witnesses that, he'd gone in, he'd blown up their ship, the spiders that is, traveled off and they got away.
Right.
But he hasn't turned up. Here.
Oh. Okay. Malejo, I don't want you to panic.
Okay.
It's coming close. What's happened here, Malejo, is the elders would call it a colossal fuck up.
Right.
And you have graciously taken the fall for this. I appreciate your service. You're the one that informed me of this, and whilst I'm not a fan of don't shoot the messenger, you know what the elders are like.
I'm an alligator. I'm a mama, papa coming for you. I'm a space invader. I'll be a rock and rollin' bitch for you. Keep your mouth shut. Just walking like a big monkey bird. And I'm busting up a brain for the world. Keep your electric on me, babe. With your ray gun to my head.
And for you, Jareth, the strong stuff.
Yes, and you know how ordinarily I had the strong stuff? Today is the strong stuff.
Something petrified in there then as well, maybe.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Got just the thing.
Okay. Can I just ask, how many goblins did we end up getting?
Oh, did you go to the rock rat? So you went...
Hello there.
Hello.
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 Is ailing you, my friend?
Life.
Oh, yeah.
A
Understandable.
very common struggle.
What's the catch?
Well, we wouldn't even need that wing anymore because you would be a goblin.
Huh? No, I'm okay. That's the catch.
Oh, come. What do you have against goblins now?
I'm like the Kenku. They can't fly for a start.
I wasn't like this before I met Jareth.
Oh dear. What you?
I just telepathically or using my communications to start telling Hunky Dory, no, abort. This is not good.
What do you mean?
We are botching this. Do not push. Do not go down this route.
Were you normal beforehand? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sure this is not what I'm looking for. Thank you.
It was worse.
Okay, bye!
And you look over, and these two people are starting to talk loudly. A pair of goblins, already. Ready-made goblins.
Your supervisor.
Right. And our supervisor is not you or you?
No.
Oh,
that's the supervisor over there.
What over there? Oh, them?
Yeah.
With the eyebrows?
Yeah, with the beer.
The, like, 3 beers at this point. Just
3 beers? Oh, seems like a party person. Oh, dude, like they're gonna be like rock and roll.
Work-life balance.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused. I think I want the powers, but I'd like to know what the catch is. Can I see any sort of contract for these powers?
Filling this negotiation.
Absolutely.
Ultimate, like, look, I'm trying to sell you a house, but I've never seen it, and I really can't tell you how many bathtubs are in there, but there should be one.